Colin, check again. Oh, it's working now? Yeah. All right, so now everything's working. All right. All righty. Let me get my, I'll check here again. All right. All right. One more thing here. And now, all right, let's try this again. And, all right, now. All right, if everybody can hear me, we're going to start this again. Thanks, OBS or YouTube, whichever one of y'all dropped the link. But anyway, let's get started on this spaghetti, and I'm going to start the timer on the computer. All right, let's go. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to get our water in our pot. Get that going. Just need enough water to fill up to cover up your pasta and stuff. But first thing we want to do is get that water boiling so we can get done in our time frame. So let's turn that on. Get a little salt going. Let's also see if I can get my other chat out here going. This don't work in a second. It ain't gonna show up. We'll just leave that there. Now I won't be able to check the chats all the time. My iPad ain't connected up. Just dropped it to, let's see here. Go back to live. Yeah, I ain't gonna be able to see it right now. We'll just go back home, leave that there. So we got that going. We're also gonna get our olive oil going and heat that pan up. Let's get us a little light here. This is where we're gonna get our onions and garlic, and also our oil for our sauce when we mix it all back up together. And of course I won't cheat. I'll do this right. It's gonna be in our 30-minute time frame. So we got that going. Let's get this heated up. I'm gonna put a little more oil. It's about a quarter cup of oil. And now let's go ahead and chop this onion up. And I've been watching a bunch of videos on how they chop their onions up. And it's a neat little way of making sure you don't have to make as many cuts. And if you're not doing it that way, it's not a big deal. But it works pretty good so you can not have to cut it as much. And you're just making a few little slices. But they cut it on the end of the root here. And when you hold it down, you just only have to make a few slices. And it actually cuts pretty quick and easy. So we'll get that going here in just a minute. And what he does is, the guy showed that you slice it down the middle there, then slice it in the middle again and kind of cut toward the center. Do the same thing again on the other side. Then you do it again in the middle of that one, toward the middle of that one, middle of that one. Do it again here. You just keep cutting everything in the middle till you get about 7 cuts in it. Then all you do is cut down the side and you get a bunch of dices. I've been cutting onions for forever, and I never knew you could do it that easy. And now they're all in little bits, just like that. So we're going to throw them in our oil, get that going. Turn that down a little bit. I believe that's going to be enough onions for it. So have a little bit more than, that was a pretty big onion, so that's why that one's chopped up and made us a lot of onions for our mix. Turn that down a little bit. And now it's time for the garlic. Go ahead and smash this. That over there going. Chop this off so this onion peel of the garlic will come off easier. Garlic is always irritating to peel, but we still gonna get it done. Still gonna get it done. But we gotta have the garlic in it because that's what gives us a lot of the flavor. And we could tell the difference if we didn't have it. I don't have no special technique for doing the garlic, cutting it up. All I'll do is chop it up in little slices, and then I just go to town with the knife and see how it comes out. It's amazing to me when you watch them chefs chop that up so fast. I wouldn't have any fingers left by the time I got done. Oh yeah, them onions cooking good, smelling good. And what we're gonna also do after we get this in here, the next thing will be putting our spices in. That one big piece chopped up. Make sure that eye's turned up on that water too. We gotta have that water boiling so we can get done. Because that's the whole goal. Yeah, I think that's chopped up enough. Just throw that in there. Put a spoon here, stir that up. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it smells good. Now let's throw a little bit of our seasonings in there. We won't put the salt in there yet. We're gonna put a half a teaspoon of pepper. Let that set up in that oil. And 1 teaspoon of our Italian seasoning. And just like a real thing, now I can't find it. So where did that go? Let's see here. Oh, it's right in my face. Y'all probably saw it and I didn't. All right, put that in there. Stir that up. Tap on that before we knock it down and make a mess. Get that going. Yeah, that's smelling real good. All right. So now we're gonna get our ground beef going. So we're gonna turn this eye on. That heated up. Let's get that out of the refrigerator. All right. I'm not sure if the brand of ground beef matters, but I always buy this kind. Seems like it's always been consistent and good. All right, let me wash my hands real quick. Be right back. I'm paranoid about raw ground beef. Got everything going good here. That heat up a little bit. If I don't make it in 30 minutes, that means it's not a thrifty meal that you can prepare where you won't want to go out and eat. That's the whole goal. The goal is to make the meal quick enough to where you want to cook. And it kind of justifies it too, where if you go ahead and stay home and cook, you can't justify going out and spending $50, $20, $30 on a meal when you can stay home and make this for 10. And it'll probably taste better. So that's our goal here. All right, so let me get a paper towel here. All right. Get that all chopped up fine. Our onions are looking good. Turn that down a little bit, let that brown. Now let's open up our sauce so we can get this sauce simmered up a little bit. The guy on the one, get that open first. All right. You got everything stirred up there. Go ahead and pour this in. And now, I'm going to go ahead and add our salt to it. Now, this is one of those things where it's to taste. So, you were making this at home with me, you just put in as much salt as you want. I just know I've been safe starting out with a teaspoon. Then I add it as I see fit when I taste it later on. So we got that going. Oh yeah. I'm gonna let that sit for a minute, then I'll taste it. All right. Tomatoes. Yeah, that's a good idea. I usually do that. I think it's almost getting ready to boil. All right. Still going here. And I might even put a little bit of salt in our ground beef. It never hurts there. Just a little sprinkle. And a little pepper. All right. Turn this up just a little bit so we can get it heated back up. This is looking good. You know, some people also debate on draining the ground beef. Some people feel like putting the fat into the sauce is good. I normally don't, though. The point of this is it's your recipe. If you like that, go for it. All right. Get that going. All right. Things looking good so far. Y'all got any ideas of what you want me to try to cook next? Feel free to throw that in the comment section too. That way I can have another idea for another 30-minute meal that actually help people save some time and some money. All right. We almost there. How we doing on time? Oh yeah, we got about to be right there on the just right spot for the noodles and everything. I might even switch out these eyes because these front two are usually my boiling water eyes. So let's go ahead and do that. This ground beef's about done. Now all we're doing with it is adding it to the mix. All right. Yeah, this is boiling up a little bit. I might give this a little quick taste in a second. Let's grab us a little spoon. Oh man, I don't know if that needs much else. It's pretty good the way it is. I'm gonna let it sit for a minute. Yeah, I'm gonna let that sit for a minute. hit the spice just right on that one. What that little simple recipe is supposed to be compared to is Rayo sauce, that RAO apostrophe S. And a can of that sauce is anywhere from $7 to $10, depending on what store you shop at. So, considering that's about $2 worth of stuff right there, I think that's a pretty good deal. All right. I think our ground beef's about done. And our water, it's got some bubbles in it. So I was about to say that's close enough to start throwing some noodles in it. There we go, it's boiling now. I like these old protein noodles. They taste pretty good. They seem like they cook a little faster than normal ones. This one says about 7 to 9 minutes for it to be al dente, as they say. We got that going. Now, meat is definitely done now. Let's turn that one off. And let's see here. I can try something fried if y'all think of something. Be an easy concept. You dump this meat out here, or dump the grease out. All right. Set this right here. We're gonna go ahead and mix this in so we can get it kind of mixed in with the meat. Stir this up. All right. Now, we might just be waiting on just these noodles. I think we're gonna be pretty close. I did add salt to the boiling water. And that's going to be the other trick too. I had to break the spaghetti so it would fit in there, or I like to break it. It's kind of like those half um, boxes you can buy. The ones in the tiny boxes, they make those too. Instead of me paying for that, I just do this one. If I boiled in a big pot, I wouldn't break it. I'm sure the Italians would have a fit seeing me break that spaghetti. One day maybe I'll make some and see if I can tell the difference. I doubt if I can though. All right. Got 23 minutes. And that's going to be about, I think we're going to easily make it. Got a good 5 more minutes for the noodles to reach their little good stage. I'm going to save the rest of that onion. I just felt like it would have been enough in there. Well, I apologize, Infinity. I'll buy me a big pot next time and try not to break the noodles. Maybe I'll do a Alfredo one in 30 minutes and see if we can get that one going. All right. You almost got time to even start straightening up some stuff if you want in this 30 minutes. I'm just not going to stress out about it this time. All right. Oh yeah, we're counting down good. Doing good. This next trick is another thing that I read that they debate on for Italian. I think it was down the middle on whether or not people in Italy do this trick with their spaghetti and marinara sauce. But I'm not going to say what it is till I do it. I do got to find a little cup to measure what. All right, yes, a half a cup. Let's do that. I'm not going to do that much. I'm going to find a quarter cup. Yeah, do the quarter cup instead. All right. Turn right down a little bit. Oh yeah, they're floating to the top here. Five minutes. Need one more minute on them noodles. I'm gonna get some butter out. Let's give this another little taste here. Stir that up. Six. I think we're gonna make it. One more little taste. Oh yeah, not messing with that. That's perfect. Not all the way down. Let's see what we got here. One of my little judgment methods is to see how the noodles stick when they come out. Kind of liking that. Get one out and taste it. Oh yeah, 27 minutes. We got this. Oh yeah, perfect. Let's go ahead and get our pasta water. This was something that they said do. I don't know if I'm gonna do it 100%. Turn that off. Drain that out. All right. Got that. Throw a piece of butter in here, let it melt up. Now, they said take some of this water, pour it in here, and the starches are supposed to help it. Now, this is the first time I've done this, so kind of thins out that sauce, but supposedly makes it stick to the noodles. We're gonna find out. We'll do one more, as it said, a half a cup, and then more if necessary. And I think 28 minutes. All the eyes are going off. I think that's a legit 30-minute meal. It is done, and we are ready to plate some food. So I'm about to get a bowl out. We're gonna see what it looks like. Oh yeah. Hey, 20 seconds. All our food's done, all our eyes are off. Slide this out the way and get a bowl. Plate this out. Better yet, let's just use a big old plate here. All right. All right. Now, it was almost perfect and pretty. Gotta have a lot of that meat sauce. It's great. Now let's grab a fork. Curious to see if I can tell the difference on how it sticks to the noodles. I honestly can't tell much of difference. They are a little redder. See what it tastes like. Yep, just can't beat spaghetti. Easy and quick. See if we got any other little comments. There is an option to put parsley on it. You could have done that. That would have been something to make it look prettier. It definitely would have looked better. And that's about it. Cheese. Look, I always put cheese in my spaghetti. I just don't know how many people normally do that. My kids don't do it, but I always put cheese in mine. That's about it. I think this is a good meal for a weeknight, anything like that. You want to hurry up and cook something instead of spending a lot of money going out. I mean, ground beef, $6 or $7, spaghetti, $1 or $2, sauce, 2 or 3. By the time you get done, it's anywhere in that $10 to $11 range. You cannot beat that to feed a family. So that's pretty much it. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next time.